A phrase was spoken, maybe in anger, maybe in jest, but it landed, deep, and years later, you still hear it, in your own voice. You became fluent in "I'm fine," expert in changing the subject, master of the polite smile that never quite reached your eyes. You perfected the art of disappearing behind the act. You mistook endurance for strength, believed that needing nothing meant you were strong. But strength without support is just exhaustion, wearing a mask of independence. You normalized the ache, believed this was just how you were wired, that authenticity was optional, that your true self was too risky to show. You equated vulnerability with weakness, believed that being strong meant never needing. So you armored up, even when you were alone, even when your heart was breaking. But what if the phrase that stuck wasn't truth? What if it was just someone else's limited view, spoken in a moment that you've been carrying like gospel? You fear the silence that might follow if the act stops. You fear being truly seen might mean being found out, that underneath you're not enough. You've worn the label of strong like a badge, not realizing it was also a cage that kept you from asking for help, from showing your pain, from being truly supported. You've learned that being needy meant being burdensome. So you gave constantly, even when your own cup was empty, even when your soul craved nourishment. The truth is, the act itself is the exhaustion, the pretending, the performing, the constant management of how you appear. It's what's draining you. You've been told to hold it together, to keep it together. But what if holding it together is what's keeping you apart from connection, from peace, from yourself? You've spent so long being the character everyone wanted. You've almost forgotten what it feels like to just be, to exist without a script, without constantly scanning the room for cues on how to show up. What if the ache wasn't a flaw? What if it was data? Your body, your mind, they were trying to tell you something was wrong. And they were right. You are not too much. You are not broken. You are human. And being human means having needs, having feelings, having a right to exist without a performance. Real love, real connection, isn't built on your performance. It's built on your presence, exactly as you are, messy, complex, and whole. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about integrating it, making peace with the child who learned to perform, and giving her permission to rest now. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to take up space without apology. You are allowed to be you. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you to perform. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't have to perform anymore. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to be perfect. You can start right where you are, honoring the real you that's been waiting. Start listening again to your body, to your boundaries, to that small voice that whispers, "This doesn't feel right." It's time to stop normalizing what harms you. You are worthy of love exactly as you are. Not for the act you put on, but for the beating heart beneath it. Not for your performance, but for your presence. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about rewriting the story. Not to forget the pain of performing, but to understand its role and reclaim your power to be seen. The mask you wore was never yours to carry alone. It was a burden placed upon you by a world that didn't understand. And now, it's time to lay it down. You are not broken. You are human. You are complex. You are worthy of love, support, and gentle healing, exactly as you are. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Sometimes the deepest wounds are the quietest. For a gentle guide to help you identify, understand, and begin to heal these hidden parts of yourself, explore the link in the description.